June 19th of this year is 20 years of being a city. And there was a group of people that was instrumental in incorporating this city, and not to make light of anybody else, but one of the main ones is Miss LaFaye. Her hard work going door to door with the committee, a list of people. I'll let her tell you a little bit more of that in a little bit. But as I say, a lot of times I say now, we're standing on the shoulders of giants, of people that have gone before us, that have laid the foundation for Smith Station to be one of the best little cities in East Alabama. And the current council is very appreciative of that, and we're continuing to move forward with what you guys done. Today is a very special day that we are able to remember you for being the first mayor of the city of Smith Station, being brave enough to make tough decisions, and I know how hard that is. And we were joking just a minute ago. I asked her how many times when she asked to name the roads back to the way they were. She said millions. And I said, well, I've gotten a million complaints because we did. So you can never make people happy. But her daughter Melissa was one of the ones that was instrumental in getting this grant. I want to let her speak. I want to let David Quinney, the one that helped with it. She don't want to speak. Well, David Quinney with Alabama Power, he just wants to say his thanks to, and I want to say thanks for the grant to help us with this. So it's good.
Thank you so much, Miss LaFaye. For those that don't know, I've known her a long time, ever since we first started. Back in 2001, we had Plant Franklin coming to town too, so she helped a lot on that. I think we were the first big check you got so you could write checks. So actually we got a check through with Alabama Power. I think it was around $107,000 that first time, and I think they've about doubled or tripled that now, so that's a sign of growth. So thank you so much. I know how much you mean to this area and how much you mean to me. She's tough. I like her. And her daughter is the same way. And Melissa, and for those who know that the foundation grant that you got for this clock, it has to be written, and you compete for those foundation grants. So Melissa, great job on that, and I'd love it for it to come back to our town. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
And two more politicians that have been with her since day one is our Revenue Commissioner, Ole Price. I want to give an opportunity to share. There's a unique sorority in Lee County of female politicians, and I admire those ladies, and both of these ladies were one, so I'll allow her to speak.
Well, thank you, Mayor Coker. If all of you that know me know that I'm not a person of few words. So you also know that if I think it, I say it. But Mayor Dellinger, you don't know how much I appreciate you. When I was running for Revenue Commissioner, I was a tax assessor and was running for Revenue Commissioner. One thing that I realized right off was that there was a need here in Smith Station, a very strong need for some attention to be given to this community for an office. And Mayor Dellinger was very, very receptive of that, and she worked with me. And I took office as the Revenue Commissioner in Lee County and was tasked with actually starting the Revenue Commissioner's office and putting it together and developing an office that was brand new to the county, and that was at the courthouse. And 6 weeks after I did that, we opened the Revenue Commissioner's satellite office, first satellite office in Smith Station. And it grew fast, and that was with Mayor Dellinger's help. And then we moved it over here to when City Hall opened. We became the tenant at City Hall, and we're still the tenant at City Hall. And it was not without Mayor Dellinger's encouragement and help. And I won't tell you how much I appreciate you, and how much I appreciate everything you've done for the people here in Smith Station, and with your foresight, with your knowledge and foresight and your encouragement. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
And he needs no announcement. He needs no announcement, but the number one politician in Lee County. Everybody's fan favorite, people's choice for the last 50 years. Mr. J. Jones.
He's not a politician. He's a sheriff.
He's a sheriff. And everybody loves our sheriff. The only sheriff I love more than him is Andy Taylor. And so, Sheriff, will you say some few words?
Sure. We, of course, through the decades, have had a very strong relationship with the sheriff's office in the area of Smith Station. Of course, now the city of Smith Station. And thanks to this lady right here, when it came time to bring some organization to the area in the form of a brand new city, there is no doubt that Mayor Dellinger grabbed the horns and grabbed the reins of that, and G and hauled it into place. And she certainly did a masterful job. We had many communications over current issues at the time and going forward, and the improvements that came along under her leadership and guidance are numerous and very visible to this day. It's just one of those things that you just have those certain people out there that we all know that can step forward and say, yeah, let me try it, let me see what I can do with it, and you just know going in they're going to do a great job. And this is a lady right here. She's one of those kind of people, as I think we all know, and it's so nice to see her getting this well-deserved recognition. And I'm just so proud to be a part of being here today and seeing this happen. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Faye?
I don't know if y'all want to hear what I got to say. But when I was first given the opportunity to, and I say opportunity, I was given the task of leading the incorporation effort when the gentleman that was heading it up got a job in Washington, D.C. and had to leave the area. He said the only person he would leave it with me was with me, and I said, I don't want it. I was still working at Auburn at the time, and it was difficult to just go door to door in the afternoons when we got home. Rick and I would come home from work and we'd go up and down roads, knocking on doors and getting signatures, what have you. All that came to fruition, and I am so proud because the community that we lived in was great already, but it's even greater as a city because now we can actually apply for things and get a revenue office in our area and not have to drive all the way to Opelika or Auburn. And our sheriff is very visible here, has always been very visible, does a great job. And David Queenie, I can't say enough about David. David and I had a pretty close relationship the first few years because I'm going to be selfish and say David was a good source of income. And when you have nothing, I think at the time that we first got involved, we had $5,000 in the checking account. Of course, we didn't have any bills, but we had, that was a donation to the city. And then others gave donations too, of course. But if you really want to read the history of Smith Station, or get the books that we had signatures, and then all the number of people that worked, we had a good group of people that would go door to door and get signatures. And it just shows that they wanted the city to be organized, and thank goodness it did happen. And I can look at you and tell there's a lot of you out here that were in that original group that helped me. Thank you very much.
I was asked yesterday what the clock meant to the city from Alabama Power, and I said in relation to my relationship with Mr. LaFaye, it's timeless. And we've known each other, you've held me when I was a baby.
That's right.
And,
I can tell y'all some things about Bubba.
it's timeless. But yeah. And also, can you imagine having to call Minnesota and explain that you're on Eastern time and they want to argue, so you're on Central? I said, across the street Central, right here's Eastern. So we have to fix it.